Hi, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. As always, my name is Josh Albrecht, and with me is...
Hey, it's me, Josh Albrecht.
That's right, Josh Albrecht and Josh Albrecht. And we're telling you about all the great things to do in our city, and one of them, of course, is to go to the Milwaukee County Zoo. And we're very, very thankful to have Megan and Katie from the Milwaukee County Zoo joining us today. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Huge fan of the zoo. Obviously, when I was a kid, and now I have my own kids, one of them has been enjoying zoo camp at the zoo. It's his favorite of all the summer camps to go to, and so he's having a great time there. But why don't we start by just having you guys kind of tell us what you each do with the zoo. So, Megan, we'll start with you.
I am the zoo's communications manager, so handle all sorts of things, communications, website, work on promotions, want to make sure you all know everything we're doing, always looking for opportunities. That's what I do, part of the marketing department.
Got it. And Katie.
So I'm Katie Kuhn, and I'm the assistant curator of large mammals at the Milwaukee County Zoo. So I help my large mammal curator oversee our 5 sections of the large mammal department.
Awesome.
And immediately I've got the first question.
Yeah.
What's the threshold? When does a mammal become large?
When they don't live in the small mammal building.
Okay, so gray area.
Yeah.
Sounds
very, very okay.
is it like, do they have like an official
a poundage, right?
Like, was it pick it up?
Yeah.
It's a small man.
It's like when you're doing like 20 questions, you're like bigger than a bread box.
Right.
Like, is it bigger than a box of shoes? Like, is it bigger?
Okay,
It's like
well,
200
I
pounds?
guess it's not necessarily the size, right? Because we do have the badger. We have the prairie dogs.
And those are
We have a
large.
serval. So those are, I could pick all of them up. So
And they are considered
can't go
large,
based on if
okay.
you can pick them up or not.
Yeah.
They're in the large mammal department, but they are still, I guess a badger and prairie dog are still small mammals, but
Yeah.
they're mammals. So.
Yeah.
What about the red panda?
Oh, that is in my department also.
See,
It's
this
one
is
of
what I
my
was hoping to
favorites.
talk about. Tell
Yeah.
me more about the
we
red
can
panda.
talk about the red panda all day.
Yeah, I want to. Have you seen the red panda,
course I
Josh?
have.
Your
Yes.
face is not as delighted as it should be because the red panda is adorable.
Listen, I am a huge fan of the red panda, okay? I just, every time, like especially talking about large, the polar bear was my favorite forever. I've always loved polar bears. I've always gone and seen the polar bear and just as it walks back and forth on its little peak. And we lost the polar bear a while back. And
We did. It's been a few years.
yeah, and it still makes me sad because I don't know how that works with getting a new polar bear, if it can ever happen. If it's just, you can't just go down to the store and get a polar bear.
No, you can't Amazon Prime a polar bear.
Right.
So
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be difficult. So this is like a whole different episode. It's a giant conversation.
Yeah.
But we are an AZA accredited zoo, and within that accrediting body, there are different taxonomic advisory groups, and within those are SSPs, so species survival plans. And those people are spread out all across the country, and they track the genetics of all of the animals that have SSPs in AZA zoos, and they make recommendations based on genetics where animals should go. So the polar bear population is quite small. It's hard to keep them. They have a lot of requirements. There are things called the Manitoba standards that we have to follow if we are going to house polar bears. And we are a zoo built in the 1960s. So we are systematically working to upgrade all of our animal habitats, but the polar bear will need significant modifications before we ever consider putting a polar bear in there again.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It
And
does.
we toured. We had the Visit Milwaukee team had a great opportunity to come and tour recently and see some of the mammals. And one part that I loved was learning more about how you care and like give comfort to the animals in a way that makes it their home, right? And we particularly stopped by the elephants and saw the elephants do some of the nice little trickery that they do, raising the legs and the fun little things that the elephants do. But my favorite part of the story was that one of the elephants that was a transplant to Milwaukee came with their own CD that they like to listen to, their own music.
Yeah, we try to, if we have to send animals between different zoos, we try to provide them with the same things that they were accustomed to in their previous home. So we'll send favorite toys back and forth. We'll send favorite CDs. Some animals have a favorite log that they have, and if we can ship that with the animal, we will.
Yeah.
It's like like a celebrity that's going on a show that has like a list of, well, I'm not going to be on your show.
Yeah, only green
unless-
M&Ms.
That's right.
The writer.
It's like, no. If I don't have my music, I'm not going to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No. I need
Yes.
my CD. No, and to your point too about upgrading the areas and the spaces. I mean, what you guys did with the elephant area is amazing, and it's just wonderful, and just its own highlighted space.
Yeah.
Now. And yeah, it's a great place in general to go with the family or by yourself on just a lovely day and see some animals. But have always appreciated the work that the zoo does at upgrading things and updating things and keeping us coming back.
Yeah. The one of my favorite zoo moments, and I'm not sure if both of you were there or not when we did it, but we brought Bobby Portis from the Bucks out, and he got to feed the camel.
Yeah.
And we had
had
him
him on.
We had him back on recently to reminisce about his time with the camel, and he was spooked. He got scared by the camel pretty good.
Don't mess with camel.
They're pretty large. I feel like it's.
That's what he was like. He was like,
Well, so
You're not used to
but
it.
there was Bobby, which is
That's true. That's true.
But that was one of my favorite all-time moments was having some camel time with Bobby.
Yeah.
Feeding the camel.
So talk to us a little bit just about, with the animals and the zoo, overall, how are things going with that? Are there any updates, any new exhibits or things coming up people should look forward to? Maybe it's been a while since they've been to the zoo.
Well, one of the things we're most looking forward to before the end of the year is welcoming rhinos back to the Milwaukee County Zoo. So you spoke of animals that haven't been there for a very long time. We're still kind of finalizing construction, but we're getting closer every day, and we're really excited to have them back. They'll be inside and probably next spring end up in their outside habitat. We'll make sure everyone knows once it's open. We're very, very much looking forward to that. That's high on our list of things we're really excited about.
And Katie, that's probably a big project for you.
Yeah, it's been all consuming, I feel like, for that team. That's all we've been living and breathing, I feel like, for the last nearly 18 months.
Right.
Been a
And how
process.
hands-on do you get to be as helping provide those creature comforts? See what I did there for the creatures, right? Like how it's going to look and feel when the rhinos get into the pen. Do you decide what the log looks like? How?
Yeah, so we have a really inclusive management team. So the frontline animal care staff, all the way up to the zoo director, have been in all of these meetings. We've had construction, I forget what they call them, owner construction meetings. We had them once a week for a while. When we got closer to the end, they were every other week. But keepers, assistant curators, my curator, the communications team, everyone in the zoo that has anything to do with this project has been invited to be in that space to kind of advocate and speak for what they need for their team, what the animals need. So it's been a really great process to be a part of.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's very cool. And there's so many little different intricacies too within each space. I ended up being able to go on a behind the scenes tour, and the guide was telling us about the rock in the lion area that was like heated, and it just looks like a rock. And so if no one ever told you, you wouldn't know that, like, the reason why the lion would like to go and just like lay on that rock is because it's like a warm, toasty rock in comparison to just what you would see. Like, man, that lion's just like sleeping on that rock over there. But you guys help build these habitats that make it so comfortable for the animals, and I think it's really interesting, and people should take advantage of those tours too if you haven't done it, because it really gives you a completely different view on the zoo.
Yeah, we have a bunch of, they're called Wild Connections tours. We have a lot of options: aviary, big cats, which is probably the one you were on, camel, lots of options if you go to our website. But it is, I'm sure you enjoyed your behind the scenes experience. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that the normal daily public visiting doesn't realize.
Yeah. Well, it was very cool. It's just another thing that if you haven't done it, that you should check out at the zoo. We're going to get to one of the biggest events that happens at the zoo. A la Carte is going to be coming up at the zoo, and it's my favorite time to go to the zoo. It should be yours, and we're going to get into that when we come back on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. We're having a great time with Megan and Katie from the Milwaukee County Zoo. I wanted to let you know that you could have a great time at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee with thousands of the hottest slots and nearly 100 high-energy table games and a sleek new poker room. The thrills are endless. Take your love of sports to the next level at the region's best sportsbook, featuring an over 2,000-square-foot video wall, nonstop betting, and all the live sports you can handle. All of this inside of a newly remodeled multi-level casino that's built for the ultimate gaming experience. Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, your win is waiting. We don't have to wait anymore for a la carte at the zoo. It's here. It's the best time. If you haven't been to the zoo in a while and you're like, oh, I don't know, or maybe, well, we only go a couple times a year. One of those times has to be at a la carte. For those that don't know, tell us about a la carte at the zoo, what it is, and what we can expect this year.
A la carte at the zoo is kind of the zoo's take on the Milwaukee Festival experience. We have over 25 food vendors coming, 6 stages of music. Those 6 stages include local musicians, all sorts of musical variety, country, oldies, rock, pop, literally something for everyone's taste. And we have 3 national headliners coming. It all starts Thursday, August 14th, and our headliner that night is Philip Phillips. And the next night on Friday, we have Los Lonely Boys, and wraps it up Saturday night with Low Cash. So we're really excited.
Yeah.
I mean, the zoo's open 9:30 in the morning till 9 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, it's 9:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. But it's a chance to experience the zoo in the evening as well. You know, normally we close at 5, so really great experience. Like I said, our take on the whole Milwaukee festival scene. Everyone loves a festival in Milwaukee, but what better place to come do your festival where you can also visit animals as well.
Yeah, and tying in the music, it's such a great experience. You said 25 different food vendors,
Yes.
Most of them local, or how do you source them?
Most of them are local. We've got, everyone's staples, as is, of course. We have Bel Air Cantina. We have some bubble waffle options, boba tea options, desserts, pizzas, burgers, vegetarian, gluten-free options, music taste for everyone, food taste for everyone as well. Our zoo food vendors do a really good job of adding some extra. There's food truck. They do a taco food truck, kind of change up the menu experience in some of our normal, regular zoo locations as well.
Can I still get the Dole Whip?
You 100% can still get the Dole Whip. Don't worry.
I was a little worried.
Yeah.
We would never, ever take Dole Whip away. I promise you that.
That's great.
No, it's awesome. And I don't know what it is, but there's just something about like having a drink and some food and just walking around. Like I think the fact that you can't always do it at the zoo makes it that much more special. It's like, yeah, I was here 2 weeks ago just walking around, but I didn't have this delicious food in my hand.
Yeah.
This is way better. Yeah. It's a way. I wish that was just all the
more
time.
options.
Music
all the time.
going around this
Right.
time, cross stages and stop and sit and catch someone new.
Yeah, it's a wonderful setting. The zoo is beautiful, right? It's a great park-like setting too. So it's just a wonderful way to spend an evening and hang out with the family. And it's always nice to have something a little. I also love the zoo at the holidays, right? And the holiday lights are always so amazing. So those special moments throughout the year are nice touch points to. Better excuse to maybe call in the relatives, say, come into town for this. We should have some fun at the zoo.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also, I feel like a lot of times if there isn't a specific event, a lot of times you're focused on families, it's kids, you're taking the kids. And this is something that it's like, no, parents are going to have fun at this too. Or maybe even if you don't have kids and you're like, okay, but I don't need to be somewhere where, I'm around children. This is for everyone. Everyone is there to enjoy a la carte.
Young, old, single, kids, no kids. Maybe you come during the day with the kids and then send them home with grandma and grandpa and
That's a
stay
genius
for
idea.
the
That's
night.
Brilliant idea.
Right?
I need to write that down.
Yes, please.
My
I know.
favorite
I would
experience.
like to do that as well.
Bring kids. Don't leave with kids.
Send home with someone else. Someone safe.
Yeah.
A few amongst the vendors, few special different drinks, mocktails, cocktails, things like that going on too.
All of the above, absolutely. Anything for drink taste as well. Plenty of alcohol options, mocktail options, shakes, teas, coffees, between the vendors, and then again, stuff we always offer daily. at the
Few
zoo.
themed souvenir items I can get that night too.
Oh, I bet there'll be some.
Josh is a sucker for a shirt, so
That's very true. I am. Also, I like planning things out when I'm going to a festival and like laying out like a map. I feel like you can't go into these things just blind because there's too much to try, too much to experience. And they have the vendors are not just like in one part of the zoo. It's not like, okay, you see the animals over here and then there's like the food village that has all, you guys spread it out all around.
All around. Pick up a program when you get there. Program will be online if you want to plan out your
Which
route
you should,
before you
yes.
get here. All
Yes.
of our musical acts, the times, the stages, all of that is laid out as well. But yeah, you can walk out of the doors of our gathering place, go left or right, and you're going to be eating, drinking, listening your way all around the zoo for the entire time you're there.
Okay, so then let's break this down here. So the best place to start, is it like right when you enter, like where the penguins, like, I don't know, is it, or should you walk a little bit down first? Maybe towards like the flamingos?
I think it depends on where you park. Because do you want to end the evening far away from your car after you've been walking and eating all night?
Smart.
So if you are both parking lots going to be open?
Yes.
Do we know?
Yes.
So
interesting. Start by the penguins or start
See?
by the otters?
The otters.
Otters,
Yeah.
yeah.
So by
So
the
do you
otters.
start
Choice.
far away and work your way back up? I like to end my night where the desserts are, which is usually like the middle of the zoo by seals. There's always the
It's true. The Dole Whip
The
is by the
confectioner
otters,
place.
though.
That's true.
Yeah, but
that's
see,
true.
you're going to go, you can't base it on the Dole Whip because you're going to, maybe you should, because then you're going to get to start. And then maybe again
Or you said
on the way out. Double.
He's telling you to hit it twice.
double,
both flavors.
Yeah.
That's true.
One each time?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the otters are near and dear to my heart. The red panda is my favorite, but I do love the otters.
What is it about the otters that do it for you?
They're hilarious. They're so active and they like slide around and they're like always doing something.
Yeah, that's also a new fun area that if you haven't been in a while, the otters area is very
the
fun as
penguins is newer too, right?
Yeah, opened their same location as it's always been, but they got their new habitat opened last
Upgrade.
December.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
How does it like? Do the animals like put in bids to be upgraded? Like how's that work?
I think it's oh man, got beat up by the otters again. Those guys.
They have to pull straws.
I'm sure it's a master plan. I'm sure it's much more detailed and there's a master plan.
Yeah.
There's,
I think it
a
kind of goes
high
into
level plan.
the stuff at the beginning that Katie was talking about of all the
right.
different
Yeah.
organizations.
I do like to think that the camel's just like, hello.
I think we've watched too many kids movies that we just assume that like all
That they're
these
all
animals have these personalities and meetings and
There's an animal council that meets once a month. Yeah.
after the zoo closes, okay, order. All right,
A
so
la
there was a
Carte's
kid,
coming
yeah.
up soon, and this is where Philip Phillips is playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what booth is going to be by the otters this year? There's a Dole Whip. Oh, okay.
The Dole Whip's always there, you moron.
Easy, calm down. So this is the next thing we're going to do. Is we're just going to start writing.
I heard there's toasty rocks. How do I get one? It's like a condo board.
Yeah. one of the animals was like, I was listening to Joshing Around, and they said that the lions get a heated rock. We want a heated rock. Anyway, so look
Yes.
for that movie coming out soon.
Exactly,
Brought to you by the Joshes. Okay. Very cool. This has been a lot of fun. We talked about all the fun things that are coming out with a la carte at the zoo. We haven't told you how you can be a part of a la carte at the zoo, and we are going to do that when we come back on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome back to Joshing Around Milwaukee. We're having a great time with Megan and Katie from the Milwaukee County Zoo. We just got done talking about all the fun that's going to take place at a la carte at the zoo, but now we need to tell you how you can be a part of it and get tickets. So, Megan, help us out.
Tickets are on sale now. You can visit our website, milwaukeezoo.org, and purchase your tickets there. One ticket gets you all of the musical acts. Like the headliners are not an additional fee. You can also visit one of our partners. Tri-City Bank locations have some discounted tickets. You have to physically go into a branch, but you can save a few dollars that way. There's plenty of options around Milwaukee to walk in there. Tickets will be on sale at the gate that night, but you might as well just visit our website and buy them ahead of time.
There you go.
Get through the gate a little easier. Our normal attractions that we have will be going on that evening, all day through the evening. A lot of those do have an extra cost, but what better way to see a la carte
Yeah.
at the zoo than jump on the sky glider and take it all up from above.
Absolutely. I mean, the train is
The train.
my favorite.
Yes.
Been doing the train for my entire life. And so, parking is a part in that ticket. Or do people need to?
Parking is extra as well,
Okay.
but you can also buy that when you visit our website.
So make
as
sure
well.
when you're buying your
Yes.
ticket to also get
Your parking.
pass.
Correct.
Don't worry about that day of. Get all
Correct.
that taken
If
care
you
of.
are a Zoo Pass member, a la carte is included in that, though.
Boom.
So keep that in
Nice.
mind
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you should just be a Zoo Pass member anyway. We have been for years. It makes so much sense.
Pays
Like-
for itself in one visit.
Yeah. Super easy. And a la carte is just awesome. It's such a fun time. I really encourage everyone to go out and enjoy it. August 14th through the 17th. It's going to be a blast. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today and talking about the zoo.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. For more information on Joshing Around, of course, as always, go to visitmilwaukee.org. We'll see you next time. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. If you're seeing this part of the show, it's because you watched or listened to the show on one of Visit Milwaukee's social media channels, and of course, we appreciate that. We're hanging out with Megan and Katie from the Milwaukee County Zoo, and ladies, now's the time. Waited all episode. Now's when Josh asks his question. Josh, take it away.
It's a hard-hitting one. We like to say that Milwaukee has a lot of cool things going on right now. We call this Fresh City Vibes. So what is giving you Fresh City vibes right now in Milwaukee?
Go ahead. All right, I'll go.
You go.
My Fresh City vibes is I live in Franklin. We have The Rock, and summers at The Rock are great. Thursday is food truck night. I like to take my family to food truck night because we can all get exactly what we want, and I don't have to cook it. And then stay, listen to some music,
Yep.
catch the sunset up on The Rock. Perfect. Down the street from me.
Perfect night.
Perfect. The whole
Fresh City
complex is
vibes.
amazing. You can go, they do like second-run movies. They do
Yeah.
historic movies there. You can go see
Drive-through
the
movies.
Milkmen. You
There's a
can
beer garden. There's new restaurants. Really doing a
Go to
good
the
job
golf
of making that
bays.
space. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Rock in general gives me Fresh City vibes.
I love it. It's a good answer.
All right,
No
Katie.
pressure, Katie.
All right. This is a hard decision. However, I think mine would have to be going to Golden Arrows. My ultimate favorite place. I
Staple.
used to live close by, going there to get custard. They used to walk us from school to go get custard at Golden Arrows when it was hot because we didn't have air conditioning. It was amazing, and it was my favorite
awesome.
place.
What school is this?
Yeah. Wish we didn't have air conditioning.
They don't do that nowadays.
I don't
Well,
mean
yeah, I mean, it was a while ago, but that was like my favorite core memory from school, and then I miss it because I've moved away from the area, I live a little further away. So now my family and we make it a point to go there. We only get to go a couple times a year now, but best Euro place.
It's amazing. And it's a staple.
It is
I
a
love it.
staple.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much both for joining us today on Joshing Around. And again, we are looking forward to a la carte at the zoo and everything that the zoo ends up doing year round. It's just an awesome place to go with the whole family.
Yeah. Come on out again. Love to see you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today on Joshing Around Milwaukee. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff to Visit Milwaukee's social media channels. We do appreciate it, and it's the best way to see all of the Joshing Around that happens. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.